Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be I got a younger, hotter, nicer girlfriend after my breakup. So I've got an email from this is a success story. A guy's been following me for I guess about 4 years now. And he first started following me like a lot of guys do after a breakup. He found out his wife was cheating on him with her boss. And as much as he begged and pleaded and cried and tried to get her back, she still left him. And eventually he had to watch another guy move in with his wife and basically become a dad to his own kids. So obviously you can imagine that's pretty emasculating. So he was kind of broke, wasn't making a lot of money. Fast forward 4 years, he's got a great success story of how he's turned everything around in his professional life and especially his personal life. So even though this was a horrible thing that happened to him 4 years ago, when you look at it now, he completely upgraded and transformed his life for the better, all from what he learned in 3% Man in Mastering Yourself. So we're going to go through and see what he did to turn things around in his life and how great things are in his current relationship with his hot girlfriend. So we got a quote that I wrote, and then we'll go through his email. And the quote says, "Big things have little beginnings. All great things take time. You can have everything you want, just not all at once. Some goals and dreams take months, others take years, and even grander goals and dreams take decades to accomplish. Life and time are going to pass no matter what you do or fail to do. Doesn't it make sense to spend your life doing things that light you up on the inside and doing it with people whose goals and values are aligned with your own? Resolve what you want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish it, and then take relentless, consistent action to eventually make it a reality." So let's go through his email. He says, "Hey, Corey, I hope all is well. My name is Bob." Lots of Bobs right into me, of course. "And although I never thought I'd be writing you, here I am. I'm 38-year-old divorced veteran. Your work has changed my life for the better, and I'd like to share my story with you. The impact you've had on me has been tremendous." He says, "I originally started following your work back in 2017. At the time, I was divorced, depressed, and broke. Well, the good news is there's nowhere to go but up from there. Because when you hit rock bottom and you recognize that your strategy, your life strategy is not working for you, then you get to find the cheat codes in life, Mastering Yourself and 3% Man. And if you apply it, like I say all the time, even if you think I'm full of crap or totally full of shit, if you apply the things I teach, eventually they will work for you. My ex-wife had an affair with her boss a couple of years prior, and when I found out about it, she chose him. Ouch. Pain is life's way of telling you that you're doing something wrong, or maybe you have people in your life or relationships that need to dissolve so something grander and greater can be born and become a possibility. Because it's all about peak performance. Optimizing your personal life and optimizing your professional life and your social life for that matter. Getting up every day and loving your life and loving yourself and the people that are involved with you more and more. Finding more ways to have fun and learn something as you go through the seasons of your life. It's a constant, perpetual dedication to the discipline and the fundamentals of the science of high achievement. In other words, using superior life strategies that most people don't know and simply won't take the time to learn and practice and master it. He was also married with children, but that didn't stop him from contributing to the destruction of my family. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, karma's going to get them both. Eventually, at some point, one or both of them are going to cheat on each other. And then you can sit back and laugh at the whole thing. And be the great example for your kids because you'll be the happy one. Whereas your ex-wife and her boyfriend, I guess you call it, are presenting a low integrity relationship and way of showing up in life. And you simply are the better man. Once we divorced, they moved in together and started raising my kids. Unbelievable, I know. Before the separation, I tried everything I could to save my marriage. I acted needy, and that didn't work. I cried to her and poured my heart out, which also didn't work. I wrote letters, got angry, made threats, etc. At the end, nothing I did worked. You never try to keep somebody who doesn't want to keep you. You got to give other people the opportunity to choose you. And if people aren't choosing you, keep focusing on optimizing yourself, your life, your social life, and meeting new people. The reality is, over the course of a decade, whether it's women, you might meet 1 to 3 that you really click with and you really like and who like you. And the same thing with guy friends. Meeting new guy friends that you click with and you jive with, you might get 1 to 3 of those a decade. They're really hard to come by. Good people are hard to come by. Because if they weren't, we wouldn't appreciate them. But because they're very rare, when they do come along, we make that extra effort because, quite frankly, they deserve it. And so do we. For with the right people, they'll make a mutual effort. When you give to a giver, the giver gives back. When you give to a taker, the taker just sucks. Back to 2017, I was working a dead-end job making $12 an hour. Okay, so I got to say, if you're making $12 an hour, you need to be reading Mastering Yourself and applying what it teaches in here to optimize your professional career, to growing your gifts, your skills, your talents, and your reserve of knowledge. I talk about how to get any job you want. Anybody that's watching this video that's still making $12 an hour, you need to read Mastering Yourself. It's totally for free. Doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is subscribe to the email newsletter at understandingrelationships.com. Do what it says to do, and eventually you'll find a better job that pays you more money, what you think you're worth, and then you can put in your 2 weeks notice and leave your $12 an hour job or lower paying job, whatever it happens to be. You get paid based upon the value that you bring to the marketplace. And oftentimes for a lot of people, it just means looking for another job. Do it on your spare time in your lunch hour. Do it before you go to work or after you get off work or on your breaks. Be banging the phones. Bottom line is, anybody that's watching this video should be making way more than $12 an hour. And if you're not, it's because you're not trying hard enough. And if people get butthurt, I don't care, because all this stuff is right here for you to use. I get people that are teenagers that are following my work and they're making more than $12 an hour because they simply are applying better success principles than most people. So if you're not happy with your hourly wage, it's up to you to do something about it. Don't wait for the government or some lying-ass politician to tell you that they're going to make sure you get a raise. If somebody ain't paying you what you feel you're worth and what you want, go find somebody who will and keep searching until you find somebody who will. It's simply a matter of time, and the strategies are in my book, Mastering Yourself, and you can read them for free at understandingrelationships.com. All you can do is subscribe to the email newsletter. Do it now. So I was working a dead-end job, making $12 an hour, doing security, and trying to figure out how my life became so screwed. I stumbled upon one of your videos on YouTube and started to binge watch. Your material seemed so scary to me. Well, your comfort zone is where you're most uncomfortable. Don't chase women? Don't pour out all my heart and feelings? Surely this bald white man didn't know what he was talking about. I know I'm just an average pasty white guy trying to do extraordinary things out here on the internet. I don't look like I'm supposed to look like for whatever people's ideal of the perfect person or successful person. I'm just an average guy trying to do extraordinary things. The difference between me and regular people is I simply apply better success principles than most do. And I put them all down in 3% Man and Mastering Yourself. And I allow everybody all over the world to read it for free, go out and apply it, get the better job, then come back and buy a book or throw me a tip, throw me $10 or $200 or $1,000, $2,000, whatever it happens to be, wherever you feel it's worth. If you go read a free book and you make an extra 10 grand a year because of how you negotiate for your salary or you get a new job, Throw a 5-spot my way. Tip the valet guy. Look at me as like the valet dude. I'm then not any more important than you or anybody else. I'm just more efficient because I have better success principles that I apply. That's it. And I give them all away. So you got no excuses. Anybody that whines, I don't want to hear it. But yet I couldn't stop watching. I eventually found your book and bought the audio version. I binged your book over and over again, and it made me realize that a lot of the concepts that you present is how men naturally are. Yep. If you don't like it, cry to the big man upstairs. I didn't make women that way. I didn't make men this way. I'm just telling you how the world works, whether you want to admit it or not. We are designed to be leaders. We are designed to be strong. It's society and the media programming that makes us men act like neutered puppies. Yeah, and a lot of the oligarchs are behind that as well. Little fucking worms that they are. Anyway, I've been following the principles in both your books, and although I've made some mistakes, I've also made a lot of progress in my life. My ex is still with her boss, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, she's his problem. If she's not happy with him at some point, guess what? She'll cheat on him too. Or vice versa. If he gets tired of her, he'll cheat on her and leave her for somebody else. I never thought I could let go, but I have. Well, it didn't serve you. Because you needed to let go of that so you could find something better. Because quite frankly, that's what your kids really need. They need a man who's got some integrity and shows them a great example of what it can be like. Because you're studying this stuff, obviously your ex and her new bitch-ass boyfriend ain't. I never thought I could let it go, but I have. I wish them all the best. It didn't really hit me about how much your work changed my life until a month ago when I met a 22-year-old Colombian model on a dating website. 22. Oh, that just sounds really hard. I'll send some Kleenex for your grief therapy. She's extremely attractive, and I felt I had no chance with her. Come on, man. Still, I applied the principles that you taught me. Because at the end of the day, if you're not used to it and you're applying things here, just like you said, it's scary. It's like, are you kidding me? This is the exact opposite of what I thought I should do. So he did it, and it worked. I match her energy when we text. I don't over-pursue. I have not tried to lock her down, and I always let her come to me. You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free. That's by Thich Nhat Hanh. That's probably one of the most brilliant statements and the wisest statements I've ever heard in my life, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to women. I did a video, it's like, dare her to find someone better. Literally. Go find somebody, go find a better guy. Find a better guy who's going to treat you better and be more fun to be around and who you'll grow more and laugh more with than me. Go ahead. Find somebody else. I dare you. And if she does, hey, good luck. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. I'll find somebody better eventually. She told me about her ex-boyfriends and how they try to control her with money. Yeah, one of the worst things you can do with women is try to control them. They'll just bounce on you. It's like trying to control the weather, like trying to control Mother Nature. It's like, good luck with that. They always tried to make her commit to kids and marriage. It was scary because she described the man I used to be. Although I like her a lot, I always try to stay in the moment. I've never brought up kids, marriage, or anything related. My reward? She's head over heels for me. We constantly have sex 5 times per day. Man, I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry that I screwed your life up with sex 5 to 6 times a day with a hotter, younger woman. You poor baby. I know you're struggling. She always wants to be around me. She always chases me. And after a few days of hooking up, she confronted me to ask, what are we? Latin women are amazing. I've dated a lot of them. They're pretty passionate. Before that, I hadn't given it much thought, and I was just having fun. Hang out, have fun, hook up. It's a simple formula. Nothing about a relationship, and yet she's bringing up a relationship. Despite the fact that every guy tries to lock her down, and you didn't, and yet now she's trying to lock you down. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it was in the old movies, in the old days where men and women acted like men and women. Prime example, It's a Wonderful Life. The corny old black and white movie, it just does a beautiful job of capturing that. Also, one of my favorites, Charade, with Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. That's just such a great movie. Here's this beautiful model that is constantly hit on every day by other men trying to lock me down. Best of all, she acts like a woman and lets me be a man. Well, this is your birthright, bro. This is how you're supposed to be. Anytime she tries to test me, I step back and ask myself, what would Corey do? Besides this relationship, my financial stability and health are in a much better place now, especially after following your smoothie advice. I know. I wish more people did the smoothies and the green juice, but it is what it is. And I thank you for actually being a man and having the balls to do it. And the rest of you guys, come on, man! I know this was lengthy, but I needed to tell you that you are appreciated. Thank you so much for all that you do. Have a great day. Well, cheers to you, bro. Welcome to the 3% Club. Good job. And if you have a situation in your personal or your professional life and you'd like to get my help with it, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.